Latina. Leighton? I need to talk to you, Leighton. I hope Good Skin gave you the message. Hi, Unique. How you guys doing? So nice to have you all on. Yeah. Oh, Happy New Year. If I haven't seen you since see that was like wait a minute. If I haven't said it to you, Happy New Year. I hope this year is awesome for you. And that's why we wanted to start Dara's live with Dara off on some positive footing. How you all doing? How you all doing? Hold on, let me look down here so we can see down this a better. Hi. So 2021, I hope I don't go back and say 2020. Hi Romy, how you doing? Hi Monique Johnson. Hi Unique, happy 2021 to you. Cruz, oh my gosh, you know I was gonna reach out to you, Cruz. I'm hoping that you'll give me 5 minutes of your time tonight to talk about, you know, how you are going to own 2021, because I know you have your business over there and out here. So I just want to know whatever can go wrong with. Well, it's just a video pause because of poor connection. Yeah, cool. So as I was saying, it would be really awesome to talk to you to find out in terms of your business, what are you doing, you know, to make it great for 2021. Hi, how you doing, Pretty in Customs? How are you? So it's nice to have you all on tonight to get this live started, the first live for 2021. Let's see how many more we can get out of the year. Let's see. Hi Xavier. Yeah, so let me get started. It's 8:04. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you all. I mean, listen guys, we're live to see 2021 with all the challenges that we've been through. Well, some of us have been through for 2020, and with a year, yeah, it's a blessing, and we have to thank God for that. And I'm happy to have you on. I'm happy to have you all on tonight. I'm hoping that this conversation will move you and drive you and get you started in the year. So, you know, at the end of the year, we can have a big party and say, yeah, we have achieved it. Because, let me say, welcome to Live with Dara. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah. Oh, this is your third live. Oh, thank you so much for coming back. I hope this one is even better for you. We're trying to, you know, let me say for those who are just coming on, Live with Dara started out from me just getting a ring light, which I no longer use because it gives me this double light inside here. And I started out because I wanted to do a live, and then I said no, instead of just doing a live like that, let's do a live with a purpose. So the live was about linking products and services to everyday lifestyle issues. So, you know, although you see me going at the mix of things sometimes, we actually, because when we do, we have somebody on who we can link you to in terms of whatever it is you're going through or whatever it is that you want, to ensure that, you know, yeah, something happened, there's a connection is made. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming on Live with Dara. Now, this time around, as I said, I wanted to start off 2021 on a good note and to get us started in terms of, you know, what do we do, of course, for the year to make it a success. And some of us, we know, you know, them said, new year, new me. Really? What is so new about the you? I just said, you know, it's like when we say Happy New Year come in, I'm like, okay. Because I was sitting in my living room watching this series. Somebody got me hooked on this series. I don't know if anybody know it. Queen of the South. So I've been watching from the start. Hey, Prezi, how are you? Yeah, so I've been watching from the start, and New Year's catch me doing that. Yeah, very boring meaning. So, you know, I'm like, okay, so it's 21 Wagwan. But some people is like, new year, new me, let's get it started, blah, blah, blah. So we want to kind of set the course. Somebody tweeted this thing, and it's very informative, and I thought I would share it with you. So his name is Louis House, and he said, I hope you realize that 2021 won't magically be your best year ever unless you one, take ownership of your actions, change your priority, learn to say no and develop boundaries, and surround yourself with positive people. Some really good. Yeah, clean up the salt really bad. Well, let's not go there. Hi, Donna. So, yeah, he was saying, a lot of times we say, oh, 2021, like whatever, New Year, we're going to the gym. Hi, Kathy. And we're going to work hard and we're going to try to get the summer body there or something like that. And then right after that, are you that gone to the kitchen, gone and the big plate of rice or, whatever it is, the junk to make you keep on the weight, or you say, oh, I'm going to change this about me, and then you go right back to the same thing. So the hope is that you use this opportunity now to change you and do so purposely. And that is why I have my coach on tonight. You're going to enjoy her thing. Hey Donna, you're going to enjoy her as she helps, she guides us into, making 21 the year when we own the year, whether it's the man, the money, or the mansion, or whatever else it is that you have that you want to achieve this year. Yeah, man. So we have to get started on it. I remember, I don't normally set in terms of the New Year's thing where, okay, let me set my goals for the year. I don't do that because whatever it is that I was working on the year before, that's what I carry forward into the year, the present year, and try to accomplish those. So unlike some people who say, okay, I'm gonna do this or do that this year. No. The only time I remember, and it wasn't even something that I did on purpose, is when I said I wanted to own my own home, my own home, the H, yeah. And I know I purposely went and I saved, etc., because I know I wanted to do this. And I know some people might say, oh, I want to own my and I just want to get to them. Can you imagine the last year and a half? That period has been the best. No, a pandemic, and for them to say it's the best period, for her to say that, something must have gone. So we just want to hear what she has to say, and then see how we can work that in to what's going on here. I sent her, Unique, I sent you the, I've accepted the request, so I will have you on. I'm waiting for her to join. But hey, how are you? You hearing me? So I think there's some delay. Hi, Manju. Hi, Unique. So on my computer, on my laptop, I see where I've joined Unique. But on my phone screen right here, I'm not seeing it. It's saying waiting. So let me do the connection again. Oh yeah, I need to pin the topic. Owning 2021. Hold on. Hi, Quentin. How you doing? Let me hang up this one and try again because it's not working. I'm seeing her on my, yeah, I'm seeing her on here. This is a regular with LiveWithDara, but we'll get it better next year. We'll get it better soon. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, so let me pin, as I wait, let me wait on her, let me allow her to come on, and then I will pin the topic. Hey, she is. How are you?
Hi, good evening.
You good?
Yeah, man, I'm doing great. I'm doing excellent.
Okay, so welcome to Live with Dara, and I have my team here. We're family. This is a non-judgmental zone. So we're gonna learn from you tonight based on what you have to tell us. Some of the things that you can tell us, share with us. Hey, Adele. So first of all, Unique, tell us about yourself in terms of business, etc.
I think you're going in and out a bit. You're breaking up a bit. I'm not hearing. You're not coming across clearly. I'm not sure if it's my connection or yours. Or are you hearing me clearly?
I am.
Okay, well, your video is paused, but as long as you're hearing me and the guest and the persons or other persons are hearing, that's fine. So I am Yolanda Morris Samuels. I'm a small business owner, a mother of 3, a wife, and a friend. I'm also a Christian.
Tell us about the business that you're in. What do you do?
Well, actually, I'm a store owner. I sell mostly brand name clothing, especially for males. So when they come on to like the Nautica, the American Eagle, the Puma, the Polo, you name it. The Guess, all the brand names, when it comes on to men clothing, that's what I cater for.
But in talking to you, right? When people, but COVID-19, nobody not going away. Nobody not do nothing at all. Apart from go work and go in yard. You said that 2020 was the best, one of the best, the best year for you. How is that?
Well, actually, it's weird, I know. But I've had this business for over 8 years, and it took us a while to figure out what the people really wanted, what is trending. And for the past, 5-6 years thereabout, we have been losing revenues. It reached a point where I have to go back, out there in the field to work my 9 to 5 to assist my husband, because I have like my children who is not in college, is in high school, and the other is in prep school. So the cost, the finances is really like up here. So it was like a year and a half ago, we realized that persons have been asking for, for stuff that we don't have. So we decided, okay, my husband and I, we sat down and we said, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to focus on what the people want based upon where my business is located. I said, okay, we're going to focus on brand name. And we're not only going to go for the males, we're going to go for the females too. So when we started out a year ago, started selling, it's like right now I cannot keep up. The business, in the pandemic, the business has...
People supposed to devil, right? People supposed to turn
Yeah.
Now I don't know where I thought, but you can't keep up. How that?
I think, the private pool parties, and as you notice behind me, you're seeing like the beach shorts, they mostly go for those. So like the private pool parties and the beach this and the beach that. I think that's what happened, why the business is booming like this. And it's odd because, we're saying it's pandemic and we don't expect persons to, because at one point in time when it started out in March, thereabout with COVID-19, I closed the business like for 3 to 4 months. And then I realized I get to understand persons are coming to ask for me. So we said, okay, we're going to launch back out. So we started out back in June. And trust me, Dara,
in the height
June.
of the pandemic.
It took a peak, and right now we have to be running behind to keep up for what they're requesting, what they want. So business has been the best.
So you end 2020 on a high in terms of your business. How do you now plan to capitalize on that to own 2021? So it's not money in your case or mansion, but money. How do you plan on doing that?
Well, it's not man, because I already have the man. Yes, mansion, I don't have a mansion. The mansion, I don't need a mansion. I'm comfortable in because I own my own home. So it's all about the money for 2021. What I think I'm going to do is maximize more on what the customers need. So I'm working off of their feedback. So they're asking for the hair. They're asking for the phones, because phone, no matter what happens, no matter how we don't have no money, we need the latest. So I'm going after those things. I'm targeting those areas, adding more things, because you realize it's a small business, but it is effective. So I'm going to basically fulfill the customers' requirements, what they need, like the phones. I'm going off the air. Just based upon their feedback, I'm just going to move towards it because that's what's trending right now.
Okay, so you started out doing clothing, but you're saying based on the demand, based on the request from your customers, you are now expanding to include phone, to include gear. Well, say gear can't go around, because nobody knows. Well, you probably wear mischief, right? So I see whatever
That looks
that's how
like a
you're going to be
pixie.
expanding.
Are, are you wearing a pixie? That look like that's look nice.
Lord, I don't know what it is. All I know is Miss Chin here. No, it's not Miss Chin here. It's my own because my bag now. So yes, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Some
what
something.
advice would you? Oh, go ahead.
I'm not hearing you. You're breaking up a bit.
So what advice would you give? So it's the money for you. What advice would you give to other persons whose aim is to get the money this year?
Okay, could you repeat? Most of what you just said broke up. Like,
Yeah, man. So I'm saying, for in your case, it's the money. What advice would you give to persons? I think that everybody know whose aim it is to make that money this year, to make 2020 be filled with lots of money for them.
not hearing you.
All right, look at my hand. The money. Oh,
I think it's mine. I'm not sure if it's my Wi-Fi, but you're breaking up. I don't know if
all
hers is
right.
on our hearing, but most of what
Yeah,
you're
they
saying is
are.
not coming
I hear
across
them
clearly.
whistling. All right, so I don't know what is happening with your thing. I'm gonna end it and I'm gonna call you back and see if it's any better for you. Okay? So let's try that.
Yes, okay.
Oh, but you're hearing me now. You hearing me now?
Yeah, just hear you asking me if I'm hearing. Yeah.
All right. So before, let me not end it. So I was saying to you. So you're speaking from a business point of view. You hearing that?
A business point of view, yes.
What advice would you give to others in terms of making that money this year?
Strategic planning is imperative. So, if you have like a goal that you need to go off of, or you have something that you think that you can try, you can go for it. Don't shy away from your dreams. Don't shy away from your passion. Because I'm telling you, in this business, we have our up days, we have mostly down days, and I never give up because I know that this business have potential. He sent my son through college, and he sent my children to school, and it assists with the bills and all of that, and I'm still saving a bit aside. So whatever and remember, be mindful, guys, that this is the pandemic where things should be going downhill. But I did not let that get to me. I tell myself that, you know what, I am going to keep moving. I'm a go-getter person. I'm a positive individual. I don't do well in negatives. So if you're a group of persons out there is gonna tell me that, okay, this is not gonna work. Because when I was about to get this little space, some people tell me that the area that you're going, you're not going to make any money, it's not a good spot, persons don't go around to that area and all of that. I don't know if you can hear a bit of the music in the background because there's a bar close by, and I tell them that, you know what, I'm going to try this myself. I'm not going to allow the negatives, because what happened, Dara, when persons are telling you no or don't not to do this, I think that's the time you're to push forward.
You
And that
hear
is what
that?
my
That's
husband and
so
I
true.
do. Yeah, and that is what my husband and I did. We decided, okay, we're going to take up this challenge. And now, even this afternoon, we were just smiling about what is happening, regarding our little business, how long we have struggled to have it reach where it's at. It's not at the level where we want it to be, but we're getting there. So I implore you, all the listeners and all those who are watching, go after your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you that this is not going to work and that cannot going to work. Let you try it, and then you said, okay, well, it didn't work. But don't let anybody discourage you. Shoot for your goals. Shoot for your dreams. Claim it. 2021, we want to go bigger and better, and that is what I am moving forward to. My
I
business
love
is
that.
in Falmouth. My business is in Falmouth, Trelawney. It's immediately behind Courts in Falmouth. It's clothing style, also fashion. We sell brand name clothing, very reasonable prices. All right, so you can check me out.
Me like that. Me like that. You get a little opportunity and you just use it and you just market yourself, and that's very good because that's a part of how you make the business grow. You have to market the business, you have to put it out there. So, Unique, you said it's in Falmouth, and the name of it is what? Remind me of the name again.
Clothes in Styles, CLOTHES, Clothes in Style, House of Fashion. We
Alright. And
specialize
you're
in
on
branding
IG?
clothing. Actually, no, but I think I'm gonna create an IG account. That's what that's one of my plans for this year. I need to create an IG account.
So you launch
So
out this
that's what
year.
I
Nothing
push
gonna
me
stop you.
forward.
Nothing gonna stop you this year. Alright. Thank you so much, Unique. Thank you for coming on, alright?
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Alright, then later. All right, so you hear from Unique. So I wanted to talk about, so that's from the business perspective. We see somebody come on and say, well, you want to talk to Leighton about. I want to talk to Leighton from the relationship perspective before I get my coach on, because I need my coach to just pull everything together for us and let us know, yeah. So you need to do this, you need to do that. This is what you need to do. Leighton, I'm coming to you. I'm actually sending you the thing now. So let's get this started. Lord, so I remember Leighton. Leighton? I don't remember. Okay, I think this is you. Leighton, I don't remember your remember your name on this. Send me the request, Leighton. Yeah. So she said, you see what she's saying? Don't make nobody stop you. So for 20 at the end of tonight's program, I want you to be inspired to push forward with your dreams, whatever they are, whatever they entail. I want you to push forward with it, and that's why I wanted to start off the live on that positive footing tonight. All right, so Leighton, come on in. Leighton, you're awesome. You're awesome. All right. I hope you bob up and everything like that. Alright, so that's a business. So we're doing it from the relationship perspective now. This is not Leighton, and I don't want to see your face on the live, miss. You're not Leighton.
My
Are you
heart.
Leighton? Are you
I
Leighton?
am. Okay.
Okay.
You gonna want to talk to me one day, I'm not gonna want to talk to you. Don't worry yourself.
Hello.
Leighton, you couldn't dress up.
Hey. We just finished exercising, so it
Ooh,
was a
I
bit sharp.
like it. I like it. Okay. So Leighton, you came on live. The live family got introduced to you in about October, November. When we were doing that thing about that a relationship series. No,
Yeah,
you're
late
in
November.
2020. Yeah, you're in 2021, and I know you are going about it. I want to talk to you from the relationship standpoint. What is it that you're going to do different this year in terms of moving your relationship forward, in terms of moving you forward as a person?
Listen more and try to communicate more.
All right, you
Be
need to
more
hold the phone
spontaneous.
so we see all of your face, Leighton.
That's even better now? Yeah.
Yeah, you go Baba. Yes, perfect. Yes. So
So yeah,
tell
I
us
want to
for those who don't know about Leighton, tell us about Leighton, and then you can tell us about what you're gonna do this year.
uh Lady is a smart tech kid, spend most of his time around computers, so that's all he thinks about most of his time. Relationship wise, I am single.
So
You hear
what it
me?
does, it's so weird to say that, does.
Yeah, man, it's so weird, man. But. But relationship wise,
Hi, King.
I want to grow. I want to try to communicate more, because I realize communication is one of my weak points. I hid my emotions. Growing up, they might tell us your manifest emotions certain way and you feel weak or inferior. And I've learned over time that that's not the case. You have to speak up, and especially with your partner, you have to try to communicate more with them, letting them know exactly how you feel, what you're going through, because they're not going to look upon you and understand and know what you go through. So speaking to them more, listening to them more, and trying to communicate more. So that's what I want to do in terms of working on a relationship.
So that's what you are owning 2021.
2021.
All right. So you hear what Leighton said? Communicate better, listen more, And what?
Be more spontaneous.
Ooh. How was the New Year for you, Leighton? How did you
It
ring
was
in the
good.
New Year?
It was good. we read stories and we just chill together. Yeah, it was a chill moment.
Oh, okay. Did it bring you guys any closer?
I believe it did. Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you guys. All right. So I just wanted to get a little feel from everybody before I hope you're listening now because Donna Ray is gonna put everything together, Leighton. But as one of the fam members, I just wanted to ensure that I got it out there, all right?
Yes.
All right, take care, Leighton.
All right. Thank you.
All right. All right. So yeah. You want to know why I do that? I wanted to get the business perspective and then I also wanted to get a personal. Hi, Susu. Miss see you, Sudeen. I see you, President Buchanan. I see you, King Daddy Mac. I was looking for you. I was wondering what happened to you, you know. I wonder what happened to you. But it's nice to know that you're here and you're okay. Thanks for coming on. So not Donna Ray, it's now your time. It's now your time to come on. And I want you to put everything together. I want you to gel it so people know where I'm going. Because people need to understand. Yes, Quentin, I see you from a long time and I said hi. Listen, I have some people alive where consistently you guys are on. So I always look out for you every Saturday night to see what I'm going. So I'm happy that you're on. I'm really happy that you're on. All right, Donna Ray, can you send me the request, please, so we can get this party started, right? And let me take up my wine while I wait on Donna Ray to send in the thing. I have to make sure I hold it carefully, you know, so nothing happen to it. So King Ogon, you said work at kill you, but that's good. At least you have a job. Cheers to that. I work for people that have one. Yeah, I have to pull up the glass because I can't move and I'll be drinking all night. So yeah, so that's why I did all of this. Don't think that Dara crave me. She have the big something, yes. Alright, let me send it to Donna because I'm not getting her Donna Ray. Donna. God, you know, so we sent it to the wrong person. What a good thing. So when you do so far for 2021, talk to me. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I just sent it to her. So Donna Ray was on last week. Ooh! It's all look sir. It's all pretty, sir.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. You can.
Yes, 2021.
You ready?
Oh my God.
Oh God. Yeah, man. Take as many as possible. So you see.
Oh my God.
So you
hi, everybody.
You heard late now a while ago. I wanted to get a little perspective from persons about, you know, how they were on 2021 before we go into the money and the mansion and all those things. You know what I'm saying? So Kathy was talking about how she has grown her business. Not Kathy, sorry, I'm looking at Kathy on this. Unique is talking about how she has grown her business and how she, you know, how she will diversify to meet the needs of her customers. Leighton is talking about communicating more, you know, listening more and being spontaneous. So yeah, set us on the right track, Donna Ray, and tell them who Donna Ray is first before I go any further. Because last week them see I taught the things there, but they must see upon it with a different hat now. Tell them about Donna Ray.
Whoa, that's usually the hardest thing to do, to tell people who I am. Because my cousins call me the walking contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I find that fascinating because of the fact that I contradict the usual, whatever, the regular, the normal. I really contradict that. Whatever boundaries people set for me, whatever limitations people set for me, I don't ascribe to labels. I think I'm, you know, when the people say you do it on purpose, you know, you're a child and them say you do it on purpose. I do a lot of things on purpose just to see what the outcome will be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a country girl, like real country girl from Bushmount top in St. James, but I'm in Kingston. People usually ask me how the hell you leave from so far up in Maroon Town and making a space for yourself in Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
But as I say, I am not confined to any either geographical or mental boundaries. And so wherever I go, I really am gonna own my space. I also believe that I'm blessed with an essence that when I enter a space, I don't have to say anything, but my essence, my aura, I don't have to make a sound, but people know that I'm in the space. And so I don't have to blow my own trumpet or toe my own bell.
Mm-hmm.
My work, my essence, my spirit speaks for who I am.
So let's talk about your work. Let's talk about the work part of it. You are I wanted to use the term that you use. Tell us you're what builder again?
I'm a legacy builder.
Legacy builder.
I'm a truth speaker.
Ooh, who that?
I don't go by life coach. Like people say they're life coaches. I'm not a life coach.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gifted with a kind of spirit where I can detect things. So I have the spirit of discernment. And I'm also listening to my creator and to the universe. Some people say they are one and the same. Some people think they are different. And so I listen to what my creator is telling me and I pray for wisdom. And I try to speak life into people and speak life into situations. So for a couple of years, I worked with the Ministry of Education and Youth, particular in youth, at the National Center for Youth Development for about 8 years. I was a youth empowerment officer in St. James. And so my work pretty much was working with vulnerable young people, as well as young people who are striving and positioning them into the right spaces so that they can become their best selves. I transitioned to working with a project funded by the USAID, United States Agency for International Development, where I was the Community Safety and Security Coordinator island-wide. And so my work there was to, again, work in vulnerable communities and with vulnerable young people in particular, and building better relationships between communities and the police.
Okay,
and so that was...
So the jobs that you do they mostly relate to you building the individual.
And the spaces that the individuals live in.
All right.
And exist in.
So help build us tonight. Guide us now. You're the driver, and I want you to take us into 2021. Help us along the way. Whether it's help us to own 2021. Whether it's the man, the money, the mansion, or whatever else it is that we really want for ourselves this year. Help us, guide. Put us in that frame of mind.
Before the man, the money, and the mansion, let's go to me. You have to own yourself first before you can own anything else. Understanding who you are, your purpose on this earth. I fervently believe that everybody is got a purpose when they were created. So God didn't just create. He didn't waste his time to create you. He created each of us with a specific purpose. And the sad thing about it is that a lot of people, they pass off without knowing what their purpose is, or even getting a chance to live their true purpose, because they've not come to one with who they are. And that is so important, that before you can have a relationship with your spouse, have productive working relationships at your place of work or in your community, you have to have a relationship with yourself first. And so is the M's, because my brand is empowered interactions. So the man, the money, and the mansion, but me.
Okay.
Me. So before everything else, me. I listened to Yannick, and she's one of the bold ones for 2020. I can tell you, you've listened to her. that her business thrived in 2020 because she was fearless and because she didn't listen to the noise that was around her. And she was in her lane that she carved out for herself. And she decided that pandemic, COVID, whatever you want to call it, she was going to win. And so it was the will to win that caused her to now cross over into 2021. And she's going to expand on what she's doing. And if you listen to her, I mean, it's after 8, right? And she's in her business place in Falmouth while other persons are at home. So you see that she's of a different mindset because she knows that the bills don't take a break. So she has to ensure that the money comes in. But she's a family woman as well. But you would have heard that she's getting the kind of support from her husband, which is important. So the partnership, the kind of moral and physical support that women sometimes need, because there are some women that really don't need no support from anybody. I have this saying that women who ask permission seldom get what they want. And I'm going to repeat that. Women who ask for permission seldom get what they want. And so for all of my queens on this live just now, I want you to get that in your head. And at the start of 2021, I told myself, I am asking no permission. I am taking what's for me. Because all of us have some things, blessings, abundance put down with our names on it, but we don't know how to receive what is designated for us. And we take up other baggages that are not ours.
True.
You understand? So you coming back to the me, what is your mission? Because your mission, your personal mission, and I tell people, be successful, every successful business have a mission statement. And I'm talking about the me now. What is your mission statement? Does Dara have a mission statement? Does Donna Ray have a mission statement? Does anybody on this live now have a personal mission statement? Because if we're employed to a company, the mission statement is there. The vision statement is there. The goals are there. Companies know what their objectives are. And so we need to adopt that kind of strategy for ourselves as well. We can't just be living from year to year, from day to day, not knowing what we are working towards, what it is that we want. Because if you ask for nothing, you get anything.
So true.
And you have to be intentional in what it is that you want. You can't just get up and go work. You have to bless your day with a kind of intentionality. What is it that I want to get out of today? What is it that I want to get out of this week or this month or this 2021? So when you say owning 2021, Dara, it's not by mistake that you're saying that. Because when you own your house, don't it your name on the title?
Yes.
Don't it when you own the car, your name on it?
True.
And you buy your ear and it's your receipt.
True.
True.
Yes.
You understand? So I'm going to say to people, what receipts do you have for yourself? And I'm not talking about the kind of receipts that's on all of those housewives things. I'm saying, I'm going to show you the receipt. No, that's not the receipt I'm talking about. Owning 2021. Put your name, your title on 2021. I have several books, Dara. I write a lot. Like every thought that comes to my head, I have a problem with the H as well. It's a Jamaican thing.
Me know
Yeah,
what you
just
said.
say head.
Drop it off or put it on. Know what you
I will
said.
put it on, yes. And so about owning 2021, I'm saying to people, write your name on it. Be intentional about what you want for 2021. But before you go to being intentional about what you want for 2021, whether it is the man, the money, or the mansion, or anything else, ask yourself, dig deep. What is my mission? What am I here to accomplish on this earth? And write it down. it might take some time for some people to understand what their purpose is, but write it down. And then it's 2021. It's the second day of the year, and a lot of people are doing vision boards. And I'm gonna be helping people with understanding the magic of a mission board, of a vision board. I keep saying mission board because I also do mission boards as well.
Oh.
That's another thing that I do. So I'm not sure if you want me to go into that now, Dara.
No, I want you to kind of take us to that. And when you say own it, I want you to kind of walk us through it. Because what I was saying earlier, before you go to the mission board, because I really want you to touch on that, it's like you have an issue with your weight. And you say, 2021, we're going to go to the gym. And we're going to work out. And we're going to do this. And we're going to do that. And then right after you say that, and you write it on a piece of paper, you go into your kitchen and you go for the biggest plate of food. Or you do something, you eat one of them something you know is adding to the issue that you have right now. So it's about for us to be strategic and what's the word I'm looking for, Donna? It's for us to claim
Be
it.
consistent, claiming it. All right.
Yes, so talk to us.
And being true and being committed to what it is that we want. I'm going to tell you something,
that's the word
girl.
I'm looking for.
When you talk about the food and the weight, it's like that is what my name is on. Like, me love food, me love food, me love food, me love food. Me love food. Food gives me pleasure. So, for everything me eat. If me happy, me eat. If me sad, me eat. And so, food is for me. I'm not saying that I struggle with my weight because I look good. My body look good and I love my body. And so there is this tendency to think that people who have on the extra meat on their bones are uncomfortable with who they are. If you're uncomfortable, that is different, but that we're not making a generalization. There are some people who want the flesh on them body because them like how it feel, them like how them looking at the mirror, them like when them lay down, them like to see the curls and the curves of Walker's Wood and Fern Gully on them body. I mean, and so for those people, if that's what you want, that's fine. If you're healthy, that's fine. But for the people who want to genuinely lose weight, I know it's a struggle, and most things that we genuinely want comes with a struggle. And anything worthwhile having is a challenge. It is a challenge. But in doing that, and I'm sticking on the weight for now, or anything else, and it might also be with you're spending too much, you're not able to save enough every year because everything you see, you just buy. Because I'm like, that's my curse as well. So everything we are talking about is my curse. I'm not on here to tell anybody that I'm perfect, to tell anybody that I have it all together, because I don't. I don't have it all together. And what I say to people is that we're all in this thing together. And LiveWithDara is a non-judgmental space.
Yep.
And so because it is a non-judgmental space, we have to be honest with ourselves and with each other. And that is what I'm about. I'm very transparent. I'm just going to say it like it is. So back to the weight and the spending too much money so that you can't save towards other goals. It really comes down to our habits and what is it that we value. Because our values shape our habits, turn into behaviors, long-standing behaviors. And so for the last 2 months or so, I have been documenting how is it that our values shape whether or not we are successful or not successful, or not yet successful. Because I'm not going to say you're not successful, but not yet successful. And so what is it that you value? So for people who want to lose weight, let's not think about it as losing weight. Check if we have a core value that speaks to health and wellness. and wanting to live our best lives, because we can't live our best lives if we're not healthy. And as we go up in age, the health is of serious concern, and health and money is connected as well.
Yep.
Because if you don't have the money, talk to Dara, you really can't take care of when bad health or ill health comes. So it goes back to the values. So I spoke about how is it that your mission statement, your personal mission statement, how does that tie into your vision board? Because the vision board is sometimes, it comes in stages. For some people, it changes every year or every 5 years, depending on what you want on it. How owning me and yourself in the process. So it's a continuous wheel, Dara. So none of them are separate. Just say one is over there, so one is over there. Because we're talking about me, and everything that we want is with the self and the commitment again. So the truth is, and I'm finding, because I'm raising a son who is 13 years old, and I find that it is extremely important for us to, when we talk about instill discipline in our children, it's not about punishing them or beating them. That's not discipline. Discipline is how your child or you as an adult do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it, whether or not you feel like doing it. That's discipline. But we grow up with this other understanding of what discipline is, that we think discipline means punishment. Discipline drives you with a road to reward and success. And so I'm gonna come back again, Dara, to how it is that we utilize words, how we embrace words, the connotations and the emotions that we attach to words that we use, even with ourselves. So I shared this with a friend of mine. So I'm all over the place, but that's fine. I hope that my people are getting it. You want to say something?
Before you go, what I wanted you to do, I wanted to kind of zero in Donna on something. So I read this earlier. This is a tweet from Louis House, and he said that I realized that 2021. I hope you realize that 2021 won't magically be your best year ever unless you. And he raised 5 points, and I'm gonna outline each of them, and then you can help us along the way. So he said, unless you take ownership of your action. What do you mean?
Take ownership of your action? All right. I'm going to tell you something. It comes back to intentionality as well. And accountability. So a lot of people, they'll just do things haphazardly. And they're just floating like a loose leaf with the wind. So everything that somebody else is doing, they're just doing it. So they're all over the place. So there's no fixity of purpose. So owning your action comes with intentionality, which is why the mission, your personal mission, is important. And so when you know what your mission is, each of your actions, you give account for it. You know why you're doing what you are doing and to what end. And so that is owning your action. And in relationships, I'm gonna go there, that sometimes we hurt people and we don't own our actions. So we have to own our actions and to understand that our actions may either lift somebody up or break somebody down, or damage you, the self, as well. So, I mean, some things we do subconsciously, but for the most part, try to know what you're doing. Try to be intentional about the actions that you take. And if by whatever, if it hurts somebody, own your action, apologize, introspect, and see how tomorrow you can be better, you can do better, not to hurt the person again. Or how that same action, if it is that you need to compound that action so that it can drive success in your life and for those people around you. So that's owning your action.
The next one is change your habits to support your growth.
I'm going to tell you about that.
Okay.
So, and it comes, and I'm going to type back again, what is your mission? What vision? And so vision is what you see. But what is your mission?
Donna, before you answer, you've mentioned this several times, your mission and your vision. And you know why you're there saying it, me in my head and I say, Dara, what is your mission? What is your vision? How we, I mean, you know, remember whisper the question here, just in case it don't come out right. How you know what your mission is and your vision?
All right. So, some of us as people, we may readily see what our skills and talents are, and know mine is to speak power and to speak truth. And know mine is to elevate people. I know that my purpose is to transform people and spaces. And I know that I am supposed to leave a legacy for generations to come. So I'm not just here passing by. I'm very charitable. I'm very empathetic. I know that my purpose is to lift people, to elevate people. And so for a couple of years, I tried to lock away because it was becoming draining on the person. But during that time, Dara, I was withering. So because physically it was becoming draining on me, and I stopped doing it. And because I wasn't living in my purpose, my being was withering. And so if you find that there's something that you absolutely love to do, and you see that it is impacting people positively, that is your purpose. If when you go to your bed, you dream, you sleep about it, that is your purpose. If whenever you do it and you don't need money for it, that is your purpose. And so only you know what your purpose is. Nobody else can tell you what your purpose is. And if you're in tune to your creator and to the universe, you will find that there is a frequency that exists that is gonna, and if you're on the right frequency, it's gonna pull you towards your purpose as well.
But if you're not, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody here who said, so what is my purpose? If you don't, if you're not in tune to that frequency that will pull you to your purpose, so you're gonna know. Because you might just live your life not knowing what your true purpose is.
I'm gonna tell you something, Dara. Too many of us exist in noise. So, noise in the car, noise at work, we're not spending quiet time with ourselves. It's just pure noise, pure noise. You cannot connect with who you are when you're always around everybody else. You understand? And as I said, I can't tell anybody what their purpose is, but I can help them over time to do an assessment, and they can tick off the boxes. This is how I feel when I do this.
Okay.
This is what I like to do over time. And there are several tools that people, psychometric testing, all of those exist that people can use to find out what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are, and the type of personality trait that you have. Because these things are real. Psychologists use them all the time to tell you where your leaning is.
Do you find a lot of people coming forward to say, I don't know my purpose?
The people who say that they don't know what their purpose is are the ones that are trying to find out what their purpose is, and they're concerned that they're not feeling fulfilled and they're on the right path. The fact that they're questioning, what is my purpose? Because when you seek it, you will find it will come to you. What you're seeking will come to you, and you attract what you are. And so it's just moving away from the noise, and the noise means physical noise. Everybody who I tell us said don't do this. Remember that Unique, when she said that she wanted to open her store, everybody was telling her, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But she did not listen to the noise around her. And so And the truth is, the people who turn you away from your biggest blessings are usually the people that are closest to you.
No, that's another story right there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is that sometimes they're afraid of losing you. And they want it to always be on the same level as them. So you need to learn how to block out the noise. And usually, even your parents, when they're telling you don't do this, they're telling you not to do it because they've never been to where you are going.
Mm-hmm.
And so they can't give you any advice for where you want to go and what your next level is. And so you just need to be very, very, very careful and cognizant of what is happening around you. Yes, Dara?
See that question from Sultry? What if you have too much speaking and not sure which one to choose?
Who is doing the speaking, Sultry? Who is doing that speaking? You understand? Which is why what I'm saying to you, and a lot of us need to read more. I mean, the Bible have a whole heap of context clues on what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? People use the Bible.
Oh, she said
just
herself. I guess the voice is in her head telling her which.
Okay. Write them down. Write them down. And once you, because for me, my mind is on overdrive all the time. I think my soul friend, I called her my soul friend. I think she's on the live now. Her name is Rhonda Walker. Walters. And Rhonda is that person that I go to Dara when there is too much noise in my head. So I understand your sultry. And Rhonda has that still spirit that calms me. And she has those questions that she asks me. But she asks me them, you know, and I answer them back same time. So sometimes you just need that one true North Star in your life. And if you, as I said, she's my soul friend. So the bestie and best friend thing is not what I'm talking about. And each of us can find that one soul friend that is able to mellow you out. And write. Sultry, write. I have diary so till. Me have 1 year so, me have 1 year so. I have one next 1 year so. I completed this in 2020. All of this is just pure. The voices in my head. And I write. And I need to. So I think I may have like 2 books unpublished written.
So when you write them, when you do them?
I go back to them every now and then.
Oh, when you need an idea, you go back and look at one. Okay.
So I call it my idea bank.
Okay.
So like how you have the bank where you lodge your money to, my ideas are my money. So it's my idea bank. I bank it in that. So just write sultry. Over time, I'm not sure what your age is. I'm not sure what the people around you are. But the fact that you're questioning, yes, she's a think, and that is awesome. So the fact that you're questioning, I don't know what your circle is like either. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical circle. It can be virtual people who you connect and plug into, and they can help to guide you as well. So for me, I follow and listen to Johnny Wimbry a lot. He just came out with a new book. He did one before called From the Hood to Doing Good. He has a way to just make you, help you to just pull things out of your mind. Sometimes you know the answers already, but just need the person to bring them into perspective. That is so true, and that is what Rhonda does for me. You did number 2. You want to do number 3 now?
All right. So this one is very important. Make health and happiness a priority.
That is so true.
I mean, we can break it down to the health part first, and then we can break it down to the happiness part, because I believe when you're happy, you're healthy. So you can speak to that one.
That's true. And when you're healthy, you're happy. I mean, they feed into each other, which is why it's so smart to put both of them together. So happiness for me it's big. For some years, and there are different types of happiness. And there are different things that can rob you of your happiness.
Before you do that, Danje raised a point that I want you She just spoke with her. He's saying, this voice in your head is very important to our everyday living, but you also have to have the skill to extract what is good for yourself and for others as well. So he's saying, while the voice in your head that tells you if you do X, Y, Z, you must know what you are capable of doing.
There's truth to that, and which is why you need to be in tune to yourself. And if the voice in your head is telling you, because you can hear a whole heap of things. I read somewhere that sometimes what you're hearing is in your head is not even your voice. It's something that you heard somewhere else.
Eh? Oh, and it just stays in your subconscious.
Yes. Yes. So, which is why it is absolutely important to be deliberate about what you listen to and the people you go around. Absolutely important. Because what you feed your mind is what you become as well.
So true.
What you feed your mind is what you become. So if you're always listening to negative people, negative talk, negative chatter, me can't do this, me not like that person there, this bitch, this, that, this, blah, 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 all kind of something. You're at work, you're in the lunchroom, and you're around the toxic people, and you're in the bus, and you listen to the toxic music, and everywhere is just toxicity. That's what you become. You become poison.
Yeah.
You become poison. So you know how to, if that is your environment, you have to purge, you have to separate from that toxic state. Purge and find new ground. And so you will figure now and you'll recognize over time that thoughts that are coming to you are positive ones. So that's a way to look at it as well. Is what I'm hearing really my inner voice or a recording of some other people? And yes, which is why it's important to know then, try to figure out, is this voice that I'm hearing a useful voice? Is this something that I need to trash or something that I need to treasure?
All right, yeah. back to the health and happiness a priority. Because a lot of people not happy in a Donna. I don't know why. Me always try to make myself happy, because when I'm happy, I believe I'm healthy. A lot of people just are bogged down by unhappiness, and they don't realize how it's impacting their health.
A whole heap of things cause people to be unhappy. You work like you're 9 to 5.
Oh, Lord.
Some of the damaging supervisors and damaging managers and your colleagues can make you so unhappy, and it causes you health issues. I'm going to tell you something. For last year, I was at work. I was doing a 9 to 5. And, wow. I recognized that I was becoming extremely unhappy in this space. And I have migraines every day. My sinuses were acting up. I mean, everything, my body just not functioning. And I would complain, and I get aggressive for no reason at all. Even start taking it out from my partner and my son. My son said to me, "Mommy, that workplace is not good for you. You need to leave. You're changing." My son told me that. When he said it to me, that's when it hit home. And in December last year, it was the 16th of December, because my birthday is the 17th, and I remember it clearly. I was having a headache, because I woke up with a headache. I went to work, but when I was at work, the side of my face started to twitch. Like it just keep. And I said, "What is happening?" So I started slapping myself in my face. I called the company nurse and I told her that I'm having a headache and I need just for her to check my pressure. She said that she'll be with me shortly. But I couldn't wait, because there was something nagging me to say, "Move now." And I left work without telling anybody, and I went to my doctor. I called her and I told her what was happening. And when I got there, the nurse just strapped on the thing and she says, Jesus, your blood pressure." I was getting a stroke.
What?
Yes, and the people them 9 to 5. And the people them 9 to 5. This is not mine. You can't build a legacy from a 9 to 5. There's nothing for my child to get. There's nothing to take care of my mother if I die. Or if I become so sick that somebody else has to take care of me, you know that's where the trouble is. So I'm so unhappy. I was so stressed. And it caused me my health.
Wow.
You understand? Me take 3 weeks off from work. And I said to myself, look, this is not going to kill me. But aside from work making people unhappy, there are a lot of people who are unhappy with themselves because they're doing things that are not fulfilling.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where purpose comes back in as again.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people, because they have to pay the bills and they've not yet figured out how to turn their purpose into cash. You understand? They've not figured that out. And so they're unhappy, and they're unhappy in their relationships. And a lot of people are carrying trauma from childhood as well that they've not dealt with. So a whole lot of that is causing the unhappiness in people. And so as a people, I find that we stray away from doing therapy and getting counseling.
Mm-hmm.
But I would advise that for people who find that there's a long-standing unhappiness, go seek counseling. If you're carrying childhood trauma, if you're carrying any weight that for whatever reason things may happen to you in your adulthood, go and seek counseling.
Mm-hmm. So unlike you who walk off the job because you are in tune with your purpose, if you're unhappy on the job, nobody walk off until you know where you're doing, because that will cause another level of unhappiness. Tell them to be there.
Very much so. And that is why multiple streams of income are important.
Mm-hmm.
And so where multiple streams of income comes in is, hold on there, I think I have a visitor. Give me a second, Dara, continue talking.
But you and your visitor not easy.
I think that, hold on, somebody knocking. Just give me a second. This is real life live.
No, sir. We'll put our glasses on. This is okay. Anything happens, anything can happen here on Live with Dara. As you see what's happening now. But we have to just wait in there. But yeah, as I saying to you, you not because Donna Ray was in tune with her purpose. Yes, Celine. She was in tune with her purpose and she knew what she wanted to do. So it was easy for her to walk off the job and decide, say, all right, the job has stressed me out. I'm not going to do it no more, blah, blah, blah. Right? But that's not to say that if you're in your current job and it has stressed you out, you're going to take up your bag and walk off. You first know what you do, you start with a plan in place to ensure that, okay, I'm giving myself another 6 months here, or I'm giving myself another 3 months here, and I'm going to use this time to do something or to make me better, or to get me that other income stream that I require in order to survive. And I should let you know that don't just look at the 9 to 5 alone. There are so many other things that you can do apart from your 9 to 5 that can bring you income and make you happy. So just remember, don't just focus on that. And that's why we're here now to, for you to find your purpose and so you can branch out in 2021 and see all the other avenues that are open for you to go on that you just never think of exploring. Donna, I was just talking about where you go to your visitor and come back. Eh?
The mechanic brought my car. I left it at the garage and him just come drop it off. What a nice mechanic, eh?
Hi Donna, how you doing? Yeah, so you're saying
right. So we're talking about the 9 to 5.
Yeah, health and happiness.
And so thanks for stressing that. Don't walk off your 9 to 5 because if you don't have the money coming in, that's a problem. And so when we spoke about the multiple streams of income, because it's something that I talk about passionately as well, is that the average person have about 11 bills coming in. About 11. Check it out. Mm-hmm. And one stream of income. Mm-hmm. And that is what sometimes causes the stress, because you are working so hard just to pay the bills and you can't, the the sad thing is that you work Monday to Friday. You can't even use Saturday and Sunday to relax to go back Monday morning because you don't have enough money.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even drive on the grill. Unlike you where I do island tour and all these things.
No, that's how I get rid of the stress, Donna, where I just go on
But
the tour.
yes, and I'm saying I love it because what is happening is that you can afford to do it. A lot of people can't afford to do it. But even if you can't afford to drive across the island, let me tell you, take your blanket, put it in a warm bag and go down to Devon House, go spread it out on the grass, carry a sandwich, and if it's you and two friends, carry some games or go wherever you are, just find a nice space. If it's even your own backyard, create some type of activity that takes your mind away. And I'm going to tell you, you can, I mean, it's hard now to volunteer, but usually it's good to, if it's even 2 hours, when things are back to normal, you can give, because giving also makes you feel better about yourself. And it doesn't have to be money or anything. Give off yourself, give service, give service. That makes you feel good as well.
Okay.
So focus on the multiple streams of income. I mean, money does make things better. Them say money don't buy happiness, but I don't know what poverty or brokenness buy. Can't buy nothing.
Can't buy nothing at all. This one is very important. Learn to say no and develop boundaries. Some people don't know boundaries, and some people, they're just in your space. They don't allow you your little boundary. So you have to develop this to say, no, I can't, no, I won't, no, 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 and don't feel bad about it.
There's too much guilt associated with the word no. Too much guilt. If you give, and I made a short video, it's somewhere on my social media page the other day, and I got cussed out for it, where I said, you cannot give from an empty cup.
It's true.
And give from your overflow. So fill up yourself first. And when you are full and running over, you're able to give better and give more. And so saying no is important, because the no is what saves you. The no is the switch that says, and I'm not telling people to be selfish, but know when to say no. And boundaries, you have to develop boundaries. I said to people, givers have to set boundaries, because takers don't know boundaries.
Yep.
And you have to set boundaries in your relationship. You have to set boundaries at work. You have to even set a boundary for yourself. Some people need to put themselves on curfew. Some people need to impose boundaries on themselves to save themselves for a period. So it depends on who you are. I don't usually tell people to set boundaries for themselves. But you have to know the boundary that I'm talking about is a safety measure that you're putting in. Know when too much is too much. You understand? So you have some people who they lend what they can't afford to lend and do without. So you have to tell people, as I said, set a boundary. Say no, I cannot do this for you today. And sometimes even your family are the ones who are milking you dry.
And say no and don't feel bad about it.
That is why I say remove the guilt from it. You're so right about that. Become strong for you. Because if people, most of the times, the people who are always asking of you, when it's your time to ask of them, they have no shame in saying no. And so, I mean, and boundaries make you happier as well.
Yep.
I mean, pretty much that.
And the last one, which I think is extremely important, all of them important. Surround yourself with positive people. Lord, I never seen negative people drain the energy. Drain it.
Negative, toxic, poisonous. I mean, it's like lying in a bed of snakes. That's how toxic people are. Sometimes the space that you are born into is already toxic, because some families just toxic. And so some people are born into toxic spaces. Some people find themselves into toxic spaces. Some people create their own toxic space. And that is where it comes back to giving account for your action. That is what it ties back into. So you cannot be the person that is creating all the drama and mayhem in a space and then you complain about it. So you have to own your action. You have to say to myself, I'm not going into that space. I'm going to stop making this space toxic. Because people who love drama are usually the ones that create the drama.
Donna,
and they thrive in it.
So it's good when you can say, you know, get rid of the negativity around you. But what if the negativity they right by you then? How you deal with that?
That's
when
what I'm
you
saying.
Get in your room, in your bed, how do you deal with that?
Get a new bed. I mean, no, the truth is, if it's that is a tough one. Recognize first in terms of owning your action. Are you the one causing the toxic space, the space to become poisonous? So if you've assessed that and you find that you are the one that's causing it, you have to change you first. And you have to be honest about it. And that is where apologies come in as well, and mending fences if you are the one that is causing the hurt and pain. If it is that, for example, I mean, some people are in workspaces that they need the money, but the truth is if your manifests are different, it's either you change your friends or you change your friends. It's either you change them, get new friends, or you change your friends. So it cannot be that people are always impacting you. You have to learn how to impact spaces as well. And so sometimes just run for your life. Sometimes just run for your life.
Okay.
Mean.
Well, Danje, that's what Donna raised there. Really, you have to do your own introspection, and then from there you see how it applies. If it's you fix it. If not, you fix others. So you either fix yourself, and if you realize it's not you, how does Donna offer her services? We soon go into that because yes, she does. We soon go into how she offers, because now that I've gone over the 5 Donna already. At the start of the year, we normally see people doing this thing, this vision boarding. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the vision boarding. Can I say, okay, you cut a picture and you put it on one board and you say, okay, I'm going to get my house, I'm going to get my car, etc., etc. And then help us through the vision boarding, because a lot of people think that I don't know that there's a lot more behind it. So help us with that, Mo.
All right, so it is in fact more than just facing pictures on either on your wall, on a piece of cardboard, or in your diary or whatever. So and it cannot be that you're making a vision board with some things because you see those same things on somebody else's vision board.
Or like you're copying for somebody or somebody book.
Yeah, no, don't copy. Don't copy. Don't copy. You can probably use the same guiding principles, but it's not about copying. And it's not about impressing anyone either. This is really for you. So, what is your mission in life? Usually, it comes back to that again. What is your vision? What is your mission? What do you want to do in this life? And when you figure that out, or if you don't figure out the big picture yet, but you say, hey, these are some immediate things that I want. So you sit down. The strategy that I use, it comes back to values. So what are values? So I'm going to read from the paper and how your values impact your personal growth. Because the reason you're doing a vision board is because you want growth, you want more, there's something that you want. So,
before you read,
mm-hmm.
for those who don't know what a vision board is, maybe we need to start there.
So, for some people, if you've never seen a vision board, it's really just, as it says, vision. So it's really a visual representation of the things that you want. Just a visual representation of things you want. Mm-hmm. So some people have soft copies of their vision board, so they have it on their desktop. They might probably have it on their phone or whatever it is. So it's just a visual representation of the things you want. And for some people, the vision board, usually it is for a year. But the truth is, a lot of times, the things that people put on their vision board, they cannot acquire them in 12 months. Mm-hmm. And so at the end of 12 months, come December, they don't get the things that they put on it, and them say vision boards don't work. So they were not realistic in the things that they wanted to acquire over a 12-month period. Mm-hmm. So how I help people to decide, what do I put on my vision board? So what's the big picture for your life? What is your mission? Because and then the values that you hold true for yourself, your core values are what make up your mission statement. Mm-hmm. So your values are principles, are standards of behavior. So its principles are standards of behavior. One's judgment of what is important. So what is important to you? And you ask yourself, what are your values? What do you hold for yourself? But I want to say, just to give an example. So values versus your vision. Mm-hmm. So for some people, the value might be a belief in God or religion and spirituality. Mm-hmm. So where that comes in, you might have some people say they want to get closer in terms of their spirituality for this year. So they want to worship more, they want to build their faith more, because faith is important in all of this visioning. Mm-hmm. Because they say faith is the substance of things hoped for and things not yet seen. And so that is where the spirituality comes in, whatever form that may be. And then another value that somebody might have is being a good steward of their resources, either them money or them personal energy. Mm-hmm. And so if you value your resources, it means that you should be saving better. You should be amassing some amount of wealth from your frugality, because it don't make no sense you mean and you still don't have nothing for show feet. You can't mean I'm broke. You understand? It not come up. Mm-hmm. For some people, another value that they may have is honesty or trustworthiness. Maintaining a healthy work or life balance. Commitment to helping the less fortunate is also another value that some people may have. And some people have value could be safety and security. Mm-hmm. So those are values. But there are also negative values as well. I want us to understand that values are not just purely good. And as I said, that your values shape your attitude, and your attitude impacts your behavior. So the behavior is the long term, how your attitude shape your behavior. Mm-hmm. And so then your behavior. So if you're not commitment person, if you're not true to your commitment, if you're not persistent, if you're not hardworking, if you're not disciplined, you're not gonna achieve the things that are on your vision board. Mm-hmm. Because your values shape your attitude, and your attitude towards money, your attitude towards people, your attitude towards the environment. So for some people, you might see on their vision board that they want to take on some environmental activity that impacts the space that they live in. So the vision board is not necessarily just about the money and the mansion. Mm-hmm. There are other things that people put on their vision boards as well, mm-hmm, that builds them up. And so, which is why I said, don't copy another person's vision board. Know what it is that you want and what you want to achieve out of your vision board, out for yourself. And so putting it on when you create the visual of it, what it is a daily reminder. So you put the vision board in a very conspicuous space. So as you wake up a morning time, you see it. For some people, they might put it on the bathroom wall. For some people, they might put it on the mirror. For some people, they might put it in the dining room. Some people might put it over them TV. They might put it on where they put on the makeup. Put it on the, you understand? So as you see it, as you rise in the morning, you see it. So it's a reminder of the things that you need to get done. And when you're going to bed at night, you see it. So you know that you pray over it, you manifest it in your sleep as well. Because your energy is still alive even when you're sleeping. So for some people, what might affect them negatively is the belief that you don't ever deserve anything good. You know that there are people who believe that they don't deserve nothing good. And so those are some of the things that hold them back. And so there are other people who a part of their values that people are powerless to change their own circumstances.
Oh,
so
it done have gone already. I can't do nothing about it.
So those are some of the things that you have to assess whether or not the things you believe are holding you back or the things you believe are propelling you forward. So your values are crucial to you deciding what you put on the vision board. Because other than that, if you don't have an emotional connection with your vision board, it's never going to happen. So you can't start your vision board by doubting. You can't start your vision board by say, I want $1 million this year, and I'm just throwing out $1 million. And then when you think about it, you say, oh, me never make $1 million yet. Maybe just write $250,000. You understand?
Yeah.
It's like you're defeating the purpose of what you're doing as well. You understand? Because I use the Bible verse that says, why me I miss? I must because me I drink the wine. Something another about abundantly more than you can ever ask or imagine. There's one of the Bible verse somewhere in my book. I can't remember it now.
But the universe, on the live know that verse, they can just type it in. So
please and thanks.
Yes.
So the truth is, when you believe that there is no scarcity at all, because there's abundance in the universe, you will never be afraid to ask for more. Of the universe, not of people, but of the universe and yourself. And so you have to get rid of the scarcity mindset, the lack mindset, not asking too big. I think sometimes God is disappointed with us, Dara, because we're asking too small of him. I really think that God is sometimes disappointed with us. And so think big, dream big, ask big, but at the same time, you have to put in the work behind it as well. You understand? So faith without work is nothing.
Right.
You understand? But the vision board is just a reminder to keep you on track. These are the 5 things I want to accomplish this year. And the strategy that you put into it. So if, for example, you want to get the $1 million this year, ask yourself, what can I do to generate $100? And when you make $100, you either look to see if you can multiply that effort for it to become $1,000. And then when you recognize that, yes, you repeat that till you get $1 million. So you really have to have a strategy, a work plan, a plan of action, how you're gonna put it, which is where the mission board comes in. Tonight I can't talk about the mission board because it's really a working exercise.
Okay.
It's really a working exercise.
But of course, coming out of this, I mean, persons who would be interested in going further, you know, you would accommodate them. I just wanted to do a kind of broad brush of this whole vision board thing. So, is there a limit to the number of things you can put on that board, or you just put everything out there?
Know thyself. Like, that is one of the philosophies I hold to. Know thyself. So, while these are grand things that you want for yourself, you now have to put a time frame to it. So yes, I want all these things over my lifetime.
Okay.
But I can accomplish this in 6 months or 1 year. Or it's going to take me 2 years to get this done. Or it's going to take me 5 years to build this business for it to become a name brand, profitable, impactful business. So don't just put everything on it and think that by December it will magically appear. So which is why I do a self-audit as well. So it's like a monitoring and evaluation tool. Am I where I want to be at 6 months?
Right.
Or at a quarter? And if I've not accomplished this, what did I not get done? What do I need to do differently? What do I need to change? And you fix it as you go along. But you have to be realistic about the things you want. I can't tell you magic happens sometimes because, I mean, the universe has a way of rewarding people that work fervently for what they want. So once you push towards it, doors do open. The universe have a way of it, just create some doors in the middle of a wall. But you have to be working towards it because you really, whatever you work towards comes to you as well. The same energy that you're fighting for it is the same energy that it is fighting to come to you. So if you just lay down in your bed every day, that thing is just out there as well, just not moving. So that is what makes a vision board. That's the magic behind the vision board.
All right. So for persons like myself now, who has never done a vision board, how we start? We sit down and we say, we do the right thing and we say, okay, for 2021, I want to accomplish this, I want to accomplish that, I want to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then?
All right. And I'm going to bring it back again. So there are 2 ways. What is your overall mission in this lifetime? And then you can break that down. What are your values? How is it that your values tie into the things that you want? How does it propel your personal growth? Also, yes. So if you're not as detail oriented as some other people are, because you have some people like them detail oriented. But most people want a house. Most people want a good car, don't it? Most people want to travel and take vacations. You have some people who want to lose weight and get toned, or where health is concerned. You have some people who want to eat better, and some people who want to focus on their faith. Those are usually the general themes that you see readily on a vision board. You might see some people say they want to start a business, they want to increase them income, yes, and those kind of stuff. Some people, they might want to manifest a wedding this year. They want them partner to propose to them. They might put on them vision board where they want to take them anniversary, what they call it, honeymoon. So those are some of the things that people will put on their vision board. You might have some people put on the vision board that they want to dine out more often. They want to experience new foods. They want to meet new people. They want to learn to dance salsa. So it ranges from, the most grandiose thing to other things that will make people happy.
Okay.
So they might even put on it, they want to learn to do yoga or Pilates. You understand? Stuff like that. So it depends on the individual. And why they want what they want. And yes, you get some nice pictures because you want it to look attractive. You really want to look at it in the mornings. So you don't really want nothing dirty and chaka. But some of us are more artistic than others because I've seen some vision boards that you want to frame it and keep it in your house as a work of art. When other people might just have stickman on there, it doesn't matter. As long as when you look at it, it speaks to you. And so it's just like the clock on your wall. When you look at it, you know what time it is telling. Your vision board should do that. But beside your vision board, you should have a tracker. That is where
Okay.
the mission board comes in, the tracker. How am I achieving what I'm achieving? By what mechanism am I using to get these things? It could be that people who are shy need to network more. So how many after work networking sessions have I gone to? But COVID no, but it might soon come in because if people are partying, then the networking sessions might start keep again. So it's how you put yourself out. It could be situations where people may want to learn how to do their makeup so that they can feel more comfortable or cute or going out because it's really about you. It's really about the me inside of all of this. So the people who've never done it before, you kind of start right down, what is it that I want? But if you want to do, my friend and myself, Rhonda, I'm not sure if she's still here, last year, about January 12th, we did a vision board session, but it was only for females. We are still considering either a virtual one or a physical one using all of the protocols. So for people who are interested, you can start to follow me and I will be posting when we will be doing this session. So we usually don't start out with the vision board. We usually start out with working on the individual. Shedding, how you just take off the weight, and we have activities that we use to have people open up. Sometimes it's a tear-jerking experience because, as they say, a lot of people are walking around with a lot of issues. And when people have those things walking with, they are not able to live their best lives. So we usually help them over that quickly for the first part of the morning, and in the afternoon, they really do the visioning and the missioning exercise.
So whether it's man, money, or mansion, you guide them along the way.
Because the principle is pretty much the same. And as you say, is what you want. Really what the individual wants. And I'm not here to tell anybody, don't want a man, don't want a mansion. As Yolanda would say, and I keep going back to Yolanda, some people don't want a big house. Some people just want a 2-bedroom home. And that is perfectly okay because that is what makes you comfortable. That is what speaks to you. And of course,
you see this one here?
Go ahead.
My vision to break up with my fiance, whom I've been with for 8. Let me take a sip of my wine while I answer the one that Donna.
May look fit. So the vision is to break up with them partner.
Yeah. So then put that on vision board.
If it's something that's gonna make you happier, why not? Because if you can vision say, you want a man, why can you vision unwanting a man? Think about it, Dara. It could be a situation where the person is in a relationship, but they are not. I don't know who this person is, I didn't see, and I'm not judging, and I'm not generalizing either. But I know of situations where women are in relationships that they want to leave, and they want to leave so badly, but they don't have the resources to leave. It could be that the children are the reason why they're staying. It could be that they don't have nowhere else to sleep, and we know how Jamaica is. They're not. I think there's only one safe space for women to go to, and they can't stay there for long. So it could be that this woman needs to develop a sense of self and confidence and stability and independence to move out. So that is a powerful manifestation, and I don't take it lightly, because we don't know what the reality of that home space is. And I'm very passionate about these things. So the truth is, with this person, and it's the hardest thing to leave a man that is abusive. And I'm not saying that this person is in an abusive relationship, but they know why they want to leave. But some people, they may not know how to move on. And whatever. So when a person is in a relationship, no matter how we on the outside say it is abusive, the truth is sometimes it serves a purpose, and if it's even for shelter, and if it's even for food, It does serve that purpose. So if this person, whoever it is, wants to get out of a relationship and wants to build up the courage to move out, you may not want to put it on the vision board so that the man can see it. But you know that this is something that you want out of because it is a toxic space. And of course, we can talk about it. Of course, we need to help people through these things. You understand? And so, nothing when it comes to the me in owning 2021 is trivial. Nothing at all. Nothing at all is trivial. And so, if that part of you owning you, meaning to get away from somebody else so that you can become your own true person, because a lot of people are in relationships where they have no identity. They're just in the space. They've not been able to recognize who they are and the kind of power that is within them. And so coming out of that space could be the big coming out. And I applaud anybody who wants to remove themselves from a home that is not loving and nurturing. So baby girl or young man, I don't know who it is.
I think it's a young lady.
Yeah, man, we'll talk about it. We will talk about it. You understand? I'm not running a separation program. You understand? But I believe that I've seen women who, when they move away from relationships, that is when them start to flourish. Because the flowers can't bloom in a weed. The weed is gonna be choking that flower. And if you need to get out, let us just send out positive energy to that person to help them get out, because it does work if we just put our energy towards that person. We really don't want another story of domestic violence and abuse, and where a woman dies in a home because she's unhappy. But don't tell him. Usually don't tell a man when you want to leave him. And I advise women, don't tell them. Don't even try to discuss it with them.
So that one was a shocker for me, Donna, because yes, JP. You know, when you hear about this thing, I think other thing, the house, the car. But when that lady put it out there about leaving, yeah, that one is a shocker for me. Because, you know, I didn't know like people would put out those things like on a vision board.
It's something that you want, you know. It's something that you want. But think about it, as Mr. Dara, I think I've
been doing this to just material things. I think what happened is we associate this vision boarding to material things. I mean, well, apart from like weddings and things like that, and finding a partner, but it's more the house, the car, the this, the that. When somebody can put that out in terms of the vision thing of leaving your partner for 8 years, that's a different level.
It is. And so, which is why some people, and sometimes when they put something on a vision board, they think that's what they want. But, you know, usually when you ask somebody what's wrong with you, and them tell you is not usually what is wrong with them. And so when you do the 5 whys, so why you want that? And then you answer, say, so why? You become like a 2-year-old. You know, when a 2-year-old start ask the why, mommy? Mommy, but why? Mommy, but why? Why, mommy? I use that technique all the time, Dara. And so usually when people, the first answer, by the time we get to the 5th why,
is the real answer.
That is, yes. By the time you get to the 5th why. And people put on their vision board that they want to go back to school. So like mothers, after they've raised their children and the children become adults, and you have the emptiness syndrome when you realize, no, I don't have anybody to cook for, anybody to clean for. That is when a lot of women know they get the time to do the things that they sacrifice themselves to get the kids out of the way. And those are usually the most emotional vision boards to do. Those are, I mean, those make me weak because you'll see big women like 50, 65, and they want things, they have things that they've always wanted to do, but they can't do it because of whatever. Sometimes it's the same husband too, because they have to cook, clean, and midnight stuff for the husband, so they're not getting no time for themselves.
Do you do one-on-one sessions?
I'm not a counselor, people. Let me put that out there. I'm not a counselor. I'm not
Vision
a
boarding
life
sessions?
coach. Okay. Of course, one-on-one can be done. I mean, and we can do it. I mean, it's virtual space. I mean, COVID is one of the blessings of COVID, where people are now embracing and accepting that technology can connect us and have us be productive. So yes, I'd be willing to do one-on-one vision board. We can do it over Zoom. We can just set an appointment. And it doesn't have to be one session, because it might take a session for us to go through understanding who you are, understanding your mission, identifying your values, looking at what behaviors and attitudes that you have that are counterproductive. And you understand, just writing personal plans to helping you to become successful individuals. So yes, we can. As I said, people, you can inbox me, send me a friend request, inbox me, and we can talk about that.
All right. So as we wrap up, as we aim to own 2021, whether the man, money, the mansion, or whatever, the man,
Owning.
the money, or the mansion, or whatever other M you have on your thing. The first thing you need to do is to know what your mission and your vision is.
Your mission, yeah, what is your general? It's a mission, could be a purpose. If you put them together, you understand it better. Recognize what your values are. What are your core values as an individual? And I must say, people, your values are sometimes imposed on you through your family or society as a child. So children usually have the same values as the family that they grow in and the community. When we become adults now, we assess, and sometimes we change out our values. So we might recognize that the values that we once hold to are not serving us. So I don't know if anybody on here ever heard their parents saying that hard work brings success. So they value hard work. But truth be told, the people who work the hardest are not the most successful. You understand? So these are some of the things that we need to look at, that our parents told us that we need to get rid of. And the other part as well is that a lot of us have negative emotions towards money, because our parents tell us that rich people are wicked and money is the root of all evil.
Oh, me hear that one there.
Yes, man. And rich people and go to heaven, and it is better for a camel to go to through a needle eye than a rich man to enter the gates of heaven. If we stop to look, those are some of the things told to us that is keeping us away from the money. Because we have a negative energy towards money and becoming wealthy, and we feel guilty if we are too successful. And we feel, and I don't know if, no, it wasn't last week I said it somewhere else, when I tell people that I was doing a session with some ladies, and I asked them, have you ever gone to purchase a dress or any piece of clothing, and when you put it on, your thing say, it's too pretty for you? I don't know if anybody, and when I say that, meaning you take it off back, you don't purchase it because you feel like you can't take taxi in other clothes here. And you think the clothes go with that car.
Oh.
You understand? The kind of clothes here. And we can walk through my community in that kind of clothes here, because a piece of clothes here not fit where me live, fit my present circumstances, even though you can pay for it. So a lot of us, because and I want to tell people that if you block one area of your life, you're sending a block message to all blessing in your life. So it's like, because the universe doesn't know that you need the others, but you just don't want this. and your mind don't know the difference between something you imagine versus something that is real, because the messages are going to your brain. And so we have to be careful of the messages that we tell ourselves and the things we imagine. And it goes back to, as I said, manifesting more. You cannot believe that some things are too good for you. Because once you start believe some things are too good for you, then you're sending a wrong energy, a wrong message to yourself. So yes, just to tie things up, owning who you are, being very, very authentic with yourself, because authentic.
Stick up in Donna, the owning who you are. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day, and he said to me, if I say to you, describe yourself, would you be able to describe yourself? So we look at ourselves in the mirror every day, right? But we really don't know who we are. So it comes back with this thing about owning who you are. You look at yourself, but do you really take a deep look at yourself, who you are and what you stand for?
A lot of us don't look at ourselves. We look at the image in the mirror. And so there are depths to who you are. So the self, some psychologists and theorists will talk about the I versus the me, the id, the ego, and the super ego, and knowing what these are. Because the truth is, a lot of us, sometimes we find ourselves in situations and we behave or react a certain way, and then you say, Jesus, we never know, say some mistake. There's another thing. So for me, I tell people I'm a country girl. There are times when, no matter the space, when I'm very passionate and I get emotional, we go in the deepest type of country part where you can't ever think about Dara. That is me. I am the person that when there's an emergency, I'm gonna rush to help people. I'm the person that if you want the truth, I'm gonna tell you. But I have learned to tell you the truth in a nicer way these days. Because usually me just tell you the truth, and if it won't cut you, it cut you. But we have to be careful that in telling people the truth about themselves or about the situation doesn't tear them down. You understand? And so when I talk about being authentic and being truthful, you cannot make your truth hurt people or cut them. Your truth is not supposed to cause somebody to bleed. It is supposed to help them to accept and grow. And so talking about the me, understanding who you are, writing down stuff, your thoughts, looking at the things you like, the people that you like to be around, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. You can research the types of emotions that exist, because a whole lot of emotions exist, and try to understand what these emotions are and see if you can identify or recognize when you're feeling these emotions. A lot of us are not feeling, Dara.
Yeah.
We're not feeling, we're numb. We're absolutely numb. And I shared with you when we spoke the other day that my father was murdered in 2005. And for a whole heap of years up until this 2019 was my best year in terms of being able to talk about my father, talk about and not start cry and bawl. And so for 15 years, 14 years, 15 years, because last year was 2020, I carried a burden on me. And that's why I said to people, don't watch when you see people laughing in a crowd and look seemingly happy. They're not always happy. There are moments of joy and moments of laughter, but then there are the other parts of them when they are alone. They're carrying burden and trauma. And so we have to be mindful and check on our strong friends. See, we strong friend them. You see, people, if you are the strong friend, find somebody that will check on you and check on your other friends as well. And so, I mean, that is the me part where all of this is concerned. And I want to say as well that something that I learned recently through my reading, you can want the money and the mansion, but you only earn and keep at the level of your development. Did you know that, Dara? So which is why 70% of the people that win lottery in 3 years, they go broke.
Lose it, yep.
Because they don't have a positive relationship with money. They don't understand money.
Can you imagine?
So,
they don't have a positive relationship with money. Wow.
And so for me, I'm not a billionaire yet. Just never say millionaire. I'm not a billionaire yet. But what I'm doing is that I'm preparing me for when all that wealth comes. Because I have to leave a legacy. But I'm also rewriting messages that I've been telling myself. So before, 10 years ago, I used to talk, say, look here, me don't want left nothing for nobody fight over. Because that's also something that's wired in us, that people fight over dead left. You understand? And that's what poor people say. The wealthy, they are so hell-bent on leaving a legacy. And poor people say they don't want dead left nothing. They don't want left nothing for people to fight over. But the truth is, why people have to fight over it is because it's not sufficient. So they have to fight over the little bit. But if you have a lot, there is no need to fight. Because you would have left something that is established. Dara, you know your great-great-grandmother name?
No.
Okay. I don't know mine either.
Okay.
You know why? You know why I don't know her name?
Why?
Because she no left no wealth for you.
Oh, okay.
If she did leave one trust fund.
True, would I remember her name? Would I remember blah 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 Smith? Yes, I would.
Yes, you would. And so a lot of us, let us not die and not leave a legacy. Our name should carry on. And so maybe down the line, maybe 5 generations, we might have one great-great-great-granddaughter we named Donna in your head, the 5th. So that's how we need to think about when we are visioning. It's greater than the now.
Somebody says them great-great-grandmother still alive. Okay, share. Alright.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do you believe in this thing where you do the affirmation, like when you get enough to go out, and this is a part of the whole how you move forward in terms of accomplishing whatever vision or mission you have, whatever dream you have, to say like, I am this and I am great and I shall do this and I shall do that. Do you believe that's something that people should practice doing?
I'm going to say something before I go into that. If people can believe negative things that are said about them and walk and carry it, then the reverse of that is true.
Okay.
And a lot of us, I wrote something on my page. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't remember.
Yes, in the green dress.
Yeah, I think.
All right, go on. Yes.
One of them. Yes, I think so. A lot of us are walking around with, and I use the analogy that we are walking around with baggages that are doesn't have our names on it. It was shoved onto us. So as children, some of us were told that we're ugly. We're not come to nothing good. And all of the nasty stuff are said about us. And you usually see people say that mothers say, you walk just like your papa. Or you not come to nothing. And even in schools, you'll have teachers tell students that they'll never amount to anything at all. And people carry these they call self-fulfilling prophecies or labels with them.
A teacher told me that.
Okay, me get that too. And then when me turn somebody, they say, I knew you were gonna become somebody. They always say that. But I'm gonna say that you have to reverse all of that by doing these affirmations. So if the negative can impact you negatively, the positive definitely can impact you positively. And don't wait on people to tell you these positive things. Write them down and tell yourself. Find something that speaks to you and say it to yourself, if until you can write it for yourself. So for me, I was told that I'm ugly. And at one point in time, truth be told, when I was a teenager, I started believing that I was ugly. I didn't know it was called positive affirmation. But I started spending a whole lot of time in the bathroom mirror at home. And I would stare in the mirror, especially on Saturdays when mommy gone buy market stuff and stuff. I'd spend like an entire hour saying, my name is Donna Muirhead, I am beautiful. My name is Donna Muirhead, I am beautiful. You have beautiful eyes, you have beautiful skin. And I would, so that sometimes when mommy come back, me not clean the house yet, Dara. Yes, man. And I had to rewire my thinking. One person told me that I was ugly, was my stepfather. And he would tell me repeatedly, say me lip them thick like liver, I'm ugly, and all of these things. It was damaging. But I, at that time, started to tell myself that I was beautiful. The next thing is I used to doubt my writing skills. Because a teacher as well told me that I can't write. And so even up until very recent, I never believed that I could write. I do CXC English 3 times Dara before I could have passed it. You understand? I actually do what them call O-level in general paper. That's what it was. I'm past that before I passed CXC English. And every time I was gonna write, I have to tell myself, you can write, you can write, you can write. So yes, positive affirmations work. And as I said to people, if you readily cannot identify things of your own about yourself, find a Maya Angelou or one of those things and read it to yourself until you can identify the unique things about yourself that make you strong and are worthwhile recognizing and appreciating. So yep, it does.
Yes, Madam Legacy Builder, what a night! I mean, I hope we set them right in terms of, well, not we, because I was a part of the class. I hope everybody else in the class, was set right in terms of starting this process, starting this journey, and to owning 2021 and making it better for everybody else. If there's any other question that you have for Donna Ray, you can just put it in now. I am Donna Ray. Just tell them how they can contact. Listen, I'm saying Donna Ray, and I hear you pronounce your name, and not Donna Reed. Donna Reed. Yes. Yes, ma'am. My apologies. If they need to contact you, can you just put out your contact information again?
Guys, so my email is donnamure.s@gmail.com. Spell same way like how the Instagram handle spell. That's my email. So, and my phone number is 876-214-5976. I don't have a problem giving my phone number. And so yes, I'm available to help people over. Because it's really about coming. Yeah, it's really about coming over. I want to give a shout out. There is a young man. Can I call it? Of course, him young because he's 10 years younger than me. His name is At Daily Wins. Him right, superstar Donna. I can tell you something. You see that young man there? Dara. He's younger than me, but him is a powerhouse. He's on the live now. And that youth, he is doing awesome stuff. Him I teach people how to make money in Jamaica right now.
So you never introduced it to him before?
We just see him pop up. You can look here. Let me tell you something. Me I work on the mindset part of it.
I work
on the money side of things.
None of you, but I lie. The mindset and the money, yeah, we have to get them.
look here, he is on. I absolutely love him. I mean, he is the person me talk to. Him available to talk to me. I don't know about anybody else because I follow him to talk to me because he doesn't like the word mentor, but I connect with him because I'm absolutely proud of what he is doing as a young person born in a poverty. And we talk about bringing back the wealth to the Caribbean. And he's the one that introduced me to my other stream of income, that where I'm now proudly saying that I'm building a financial legacy. He introduced me to that. And so people, where it concerns, if you want to get an additional stream of income, that is what we are building people up for as well in 2021, because broke and hungry can't go together. And I mean, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And which is what we're working on. So the man, the money, and the mansion, and me, that is definitely what we're looking forward to in 2021. So yes, people, it's not just about the mind, which is most of it is in the mind, but we're practically about building an additional stream of income. That's where we push it. That's where we push it.
I like
people
that.
feel have money and people feel have nice things.
Yes, man. People feel have nice things. So it's me. You just add another M. The mind, me, the man, the money, and the mansion. So as we go along, we're adding M's to the things that we want to put
That's
up
why it
there
means
to
empowered interactions, which is my brand.
So yes, empowered. MPOWERED. Yes, Donna.
Yes.
Donna, I mean, you said start 2021 strong. Yes, we need to start it strong and go hard. Because if we really want to see a difference, and if we really want to see, you know, at the end of the year, we can say, yeah, we did this. Because, you know, Donna, I heard you, Donna, I hear you saying it, and I heard Colleen say it last live that 2020 was the best year ever. And I was like, oh, hold on. So what me do? When we did afraid about COVID, everybody out there go hard and I go hard. And that's what and that's what happened to a lot of us. We get caught up in what's happening, not seeing the opportunities in in everything now. You're not seeing the opportunities and working to get it to, you know, getting our piece of the pie.
Definitely. So last year, when it initially started, I was getting panic attacks and all of that. And I had to refocus. I had to lock off all of the news. So I didn't buy any newspaper, CNN, BBC, TVJ, CVM, all of those. I block it out. And then what I plugged into was positive distraction. So I plugged into something that was distracting me from all the negative. So it was positive and it was building me. And it comes back again to what is it that you surround yourself with and the information that you give yourself.
Yeah.
The truth is, Dara, every year something devastating happening in the world. Every year something devastating happens in the world. The difference is so many of us are plugged into social media, but we are not plugged into things that can feed us, nourish us, and help us to grow. Because you know, say, once it bleeds, it leads. So the news gives you everything that is devastating and make you feel like the apocalypse going come. And so us as people, we have to know when to disconnect from everything that is poisonous. Belief kill and belief cures. I strongly believe in that. So whatever you hold on to, so if you feel like you're not gonna make it, you are not going to make it. And what I have to tell people, if 2020 never kill you, 2021 is your victory year.
Yeah.
2021. So it's just like when you pass 18 as a person, you go 19, you go 20, you know, so when you reach at 21, you're adult. You don't need to ask no permission. So as I started out by saying, 2021, I am seeking no permission. I am taking what's mine. And people, Your blessings out there with your name right on it. You
Go
just have
claim
to
it.
have a spirit of receiving. But if you're not worth it is not gonna come to you. So you have to prepare yourself and your space for it as well. Because it's going to come, and if you're not in your purpose and ready to use that blessing, it's gonna pass you by. It's gonna pass you by. And you're not gonna have no use for it. Just like you know, Dara, you know that this is your purpose. You're always giving people a platform. I mean, you may have switched from mainstream journalism and news, but you come back full circle using a different space that you are owning. So you don't have no producer. Well, you might have a producer in the back right now.
No, it's me,
but
myself, and me, myself, and me. Me, myself, and I.
You know, reach the stage that we have producer in the back.
Listen, I claim it. 2021, I claim it. I claim my studio. I claim my set, my LiveWithDara set, and my producer, my production assistants.
Of course.
Yes, I claim it.
I mean, I'm into your space, and a friend of mine said to me, say, imagine, look from when you have your series written and put on, and you now step out and do it. And you are being guest on somebody else's show. I said, nothing is wrong with that. It's still a platform. Whether you own it or not, once you get access to the platform, go there and give your best. Give your 100%. It doesn't matter what it is. I remember we had a permanent secretary once when we were in the Ministry of Youth. And he was acting permanent secretary. And his first staff meeting, he said, I'm acting permanent secretary, but I'm gonna do this role like I want an Oscar. So any opportunity you get, people,
take it and
run it. Yeah, man, run it like you want an Oscar. But I mean, it's just a fantastic space you have here, Dara. I mean, we are 2 days into 2021. People just steady your mind, sift and sort. Elevate. It doesn't take one go. I promise you that I'll be providing content for people to receive and grow, because I find that people want to hear authentic messages and authentic voices from people who not pretty up nothing and put on nothing. I don't have no bling for show nobody. Because it's not about the bling that you show people, it's about the impact that you create to them. So it's not about impressing people, it's about impacting people. Because it's not about the show off time. And I don't watch nothing when nobody have Dara, because I don't know how stressful they are at night. Yes. And so people just nothing is wrong with starting small.
And growing.
As long as you have a bigger plan, it's really about growth. My son spoke to me the other day when we did a session, and he said that it's about progression, mommy. It's about taking baby steps and realizing that when you take one step, what happens? How do you need to make the next step? Because it's really in the small movements that you develop strong muscles. You can't write good if you find motor skills not develop. And just the same way in real life. Take small steps. Do not be afraid to start or to start over. Because some of us are holding on to things that are not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. And so you have to, because of what, loyalty, or you want long service award, it don't make no sense. And that's something else that we need to talk about. You see, the workplace, it gives us these shiny objects to hold on to, which are the awards, the top staff for the year and the top this. And they're shiny, they're gold in color, they're silver in color, but they're not worth nothing. It's $3,500 for one trophy with your name on it. You understand? And me I thumb some people at them back right now. Stop work for employer the quarter when your pension don't mean nothing. When the incentive what they give you, can't even buy one new tire to put on your car. It can't pay half a year's mortgage. It don't make no sense, but you are there. Working yourself off. and not building a legacy, not creating an additional stream of income, the overtime that you're doing at your workplace, it can't give you residual income. Once you do the overtime and you get the money, you never get paid for that again. You understand? You have to be smart now, people.
Use your time wisely.
Yes, man. It's not about working hard, it's about working smart. And I'm going to repeat for those who never hear it before. The people who work the hardest are not the most successful. Them not have nothing for show feet. If hard work was the key to success, Black women in Africa would have been the most wealthy people in the world. Simple as that. So that's the Empowered Interactions for you guys. Remember to follow me on Instagram. You can email me.
Put it out there.
We have lots of stuff to do.
Put it out there.
Let's
again,
get
Donna.
it done.
Put it out there again. You can email her at Donna Muir.
DonnaMuir.s@gmail.com, or just follow me. I'll accept your thing. Send me a message, and then we can connect from there.
All right, Dara, beg you save this live and share that part of the clip. I will definitely try. While Donna was talking, I was saying, okay, I need to save that part. My brains can't remember all that. I'm going to go through again. But definitely the live, you will have access to the live. And Donna Ray, God, I need to get this out of my head. Donna Ray.
You know, as long as you spell it right when you're writing the check, I'm fine.
It was a pleasure having you on tonight. I mean, so many takeaways from this conversation. We just need to get started and just get going. Don't sit back.
Definitely.
We have to go out there and just seek out what it is that we want, to achieve. You know,
and don't be afraid to make mistakes, guys. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I mean, it's really in the mistakes that we learn. And can I tell you, sometimes you buck up on some blessing by just trying. Walk out. Just walk out, own your spaces, own in 2021, put on the good clothes them. The Bible says every good thing comes from the Lord. So don't be afraid of the good things them.
Because we see you do your hair and your makeup and everything for the live, and I'm like,
look here, let me tell you something. All right, let me tell you. So there's something about me, right? You see me? I might not take a lot of pictures, but my nails I have to do, my hair I have to do, and I do my makeup myself. I can't afford to pay people to do makeup because I do myself. But people, it is important. You see, on the days when you don't feel like it, is the day when you need to go out. There are so many stories I can tell you about days when me just feel like don't come out of my bed. The day when you feel like not doing it, trust me, if on that day you actually go and do it, is the day when you blow yourself out of the park. And on the day when you're feeling the most low, perk up yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
Perk up yourself. And whatever scares you the most is the thing that you need to push towards. My youngest brother always tell me, say, sis, risk it for the biscuit. I didn't understand. Like, he had to say it like so many times because, you know, them young. Him say, sis, you have to risk it for the biscuit. You know, in my rhyme. And it makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes so much sense. Young people have so much magic in the things that they say, but because we are so judgmental of who they are. You understand? And start dream again like you're 5. Because if you ask a child, what do you want to become? Even if you ask them 5 times for the day and it might change, they have no qualms in telling you what they want to become. They want to become an astronaut this time, next time they want to work at Burger King. It doesn't matter. That's what they want to do. That's what they want, and that's just kids. So start dreaming again. Start believing again. Don't spend your time moving, feeling that movement is worthwhile. Not every movement is worthwhile. Not every movement is worthwhile. A lot of us are busy doing nothing.
Yep. So true.
Understand? So people, check if your activities or your actions have if it's peeling off some amount of benefit for you. Because if it not benefit you, don't do it. And assess yourself as well. There's a story about I think it's a fly. I don't think it's not the fly one I wanted to tell, but I remember the fly one readily. That the fly is bumping on the wall, on the window, because the fly wants to go outside to the clear window. And the fly keeps flying and knocking into the window because he wants to go outside. And the fly is he's gonna hit himself dead, because the more he knock himself on the window, thinking that he can go because he can see outside. When if him did just stop and move a little bit over, he would have fly through the open window. So a lot of us are bumping our heads against that glass window, and we feel comfortable because we wake up a morning time, we put on our clothes, we go to work, we work, we come home, we sleep, we're tired, we wake up and we do it for 40 years. You understand? A lot of us do 40 in a Dara. So we do 40 hours a week for 40 years. You know, say the work life is usually 40 years. And then to get 40% of our basic salary as pension.
Wow.
People retire usually at 60. The mortality rate is somewhere about 73. So you work for 40 years to get a pension of 40% of your basic salary, not looking at no incentive or nothing, to live for 13 years, and your pension can't sustain you for 13 years, which is why we're talking to people about finding other streams of income. Start part-time until your part-time starts paying you more than your full-time. When it doubles your full-time, you can say bye-bye to your full-time, because your part-time should now be able to sustain you. And that's what we're telling to people. Beautiful. Be smart about it. Be smart. 2021, ask no permission, take what's yours. Think, believe, manifest. That's what we do over on this side.
Yes, Donna Ray. Yes, man. I love it. When I saw that starting 2021 strong, think, believe, manifest, I was like, yeah, somebody needs to hear that. And I'm happy that you said it. And I know tonight you know you reach more than one person tonight with it, Donna Ray. Because
I hope so.
Yeah, man. I know they'll reach out to you for guidance, including myself. I always do this thing where, I say you have to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative. And that's something that I live by. There's also this mantra that I live by in terms of don't allow doubt or fear to cripple your thoughts and action. Because a lot of times, that's what we use the doubt and the fear to stop us from moving forward and doing bigger and better things. So I'm really happy that you came out tonight and you came out blazing, Donna.
Of course.
I like it, Donna.
Thank you. I mean, we really have to. It's important as well that I come out like this for Live with Dara, so that whoever else you are gonna get on your show know that it's not. While the viewers can be comfortable in them bedroom and in them whatever, your guests, if they are not the impromptu ones that come on to talk, I mean, this is the kind of essence that we want to bring to this space.
Yes.
And so, I mean, of course.
Yes.
Yes. And so that's how we want it. That's what I want for you. And because this is what I want for your space, Dara, I grace your space this kind of way. I have to bring a different essence to it.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. I mean, it's a beautiful space.
Oh gosh.
It is absolutely beautiful.
You don't know how much that means to me. Just coming from getting a ring light and wanting to do a live. I mean, I'm really happy that I can make connections. I can connect products and services to people who really need it. Because I'm sure persons here wouldn't know, say, persons here may even want to do this for a while, but didn't know who to reach out to get this done. Donna, I thank you so much. I'm honored that you would say that. And you know, we just reach out. I just love Donna. I just love.
I love you too, Dara.
I just love.
Love you, everybody. I mean, I don't know if you might want to. Other people might want to come on and share because I know you usually do this. And so if you're ready for me to go to give other people this space, but I'll stay on the line.
Tonight was your night.
Really?
Because I really want you to start 2021 strong. And you know, we normally do the little joking around and all of that, and the Ray and the Tay. But I really wanted this episode to be impactful. So at the end of the night, somebody can go and say, yeah, listen, believe, think, believe, manifest. You see what I said? We start off, it's still young. The year is still young. Can you imagine?
Of course, it's a baby stage.
Yeah, man. So we can make so many changes right now. And I'm just hoping that we just use this opportunity to take notes, learn, and grow, and start 2021 strong.
And if you don't feel like you can start strong, start where you are.
Yes.
And so don't be daunted, don't be intimidated that other people are running out of the blocks very fast. You know your own pace. Not telling you to be lazy, but if you can go 50, go 50. Don't go 25 when you can go 50.
Push yourself.
It's about going the extra mile. And so if is at the point where you feel like you're gonna break, is when you need to do something extra. That is where the magic happens.
Wow. In
the overflow, in the extra mile. I mean, just push. That's how your muscles become stronger as well.
True. Trainer always said that.
Yeah, man. And I'm not telling you that, but we need to go to gym too.
Anyway, speaking of the gym, remember we have the dance class, the lap dance class that we're supposed to be attending. We have to pick up Colleen. Colleen has her her lap dance class starting tomorrow. For persons who are interested, go over to her page. I see she start advertising already. And Donna and I will be there as we accentuate.
Yes. Every aspect of our life. I mean, every aspect of our life that, you know, you need to bring a little something extra in it.
Yeah, man, we need to that
buzz. And it's something that I always want to learn how to do that sexy dance, because I'm not a naturally, you know, when you see some woman, them just walk so sultry and like them glide and them that's sexy. Us. It's not me. Me just rough. I need to get a little finesse, you know, and you don't know what can happen in 2021.
Yeah, man, big things can happen. Who to tell? You may just realize that, yo, I can do that too, you know. Maybe I know some a dancer. That's another career we can
and it can be extra. It can also be an additional income stream. Especially with all these online things now, you can set up. I mean, you can set up your bedroom. Everybody have them own big people, and there's a market out there for these things. So people, it can be a way where you learn a new skill. And if it is up your stream, if it's not up your stream, don't judge. But if it's up your stream and you are empowered so to do, and it's all about owning who you are. So if it's something that you always want to do, you do it.
Yes, I agree.
You can have your Zoom, and you can do your Zoom session. Them nobody you have to know is you. You put on your mask. And you make them pay. You make them cash up you.
Donna, you've gone on to one different level right now. You got on to a different level. Yes, sir. Big up your flipping self. Listen,
Thank you.
Of course, we'll be communicating more because we have so many other positive things that we want to bring out there in terms. I know you have this thing where you help people to make money. You connect. You were telling me about connecting like businesses with funding and all of those things. People should know about this.
Whoa. So that's not something I'm not good with finances. So if I don't know how to balance a balance sheet, I can't tell you what to do to make your business. So I'm usually on the people side of things. But I have a sister of mine that we work. She helps them to access funding. And so we connect small businesses with funding. Every now and then things pop up. It's just to know where it is and if the small business fits into the niche of that funding agency and get it done.
Yeah, man. So the link up Donnery, she has many, yes, a wealth of knowledge and contacts and everything like that, etc., etc. Thank you so much, Donnery.
And this was Live with Dara.
Yeah, you can stay on. You see, you've said a lot tonight. I don't know if anybody else has any question to ask, but you can stay on, Donnery, because I know you're always on. Let's see if there's anybody come forward with anything. Or we gone on to the pole dancing now. That's another topic. I'll have Donnery put on our pole dancing outfit and come up.
People, that is false advertisement.
All right, Donnery, thank you so much for joining me. I mean, awesome talking to you tonight. Learned a lot.
Take care. I'll be on.
Yeah, man, take care. Yeah. So the aim was I hope Donnery set you on that journey, of becoming the best version of yourself as we own 2021. At the end, I normally give persons who may want to come on and just say something, the opportunity to just join my live if you want to. If not, I mean, this is also a perfect way to end the program. So if you want to come on, now is your opportunity. Send me a request to come on and talk. And if not, we just say, yo, love tonight. It's all about positivity. It's all about accentuating the positive and eliminating the negative, and just start 2021 strong, knowing your mission and your vision, and just knowing how you're going to get there, what things that you want to do, and how you're going to get there. So that's where we are right now. So at the end of the year, we can say, yeah, we start strong and we end even stronger. All right? So since no one else wants to come on right now and talk, let me just say thank you so much for being live with Dara. I appreciate you all coming on. I mean, you could be elsewhere right now doing other things, and you're here with me. So that means you have learned something from it tonight. Big up yourself, and I see you next week when we have another interesting topic. By the way, this month, January, is all about positivity in terms of building, building on your business, building on yourself. We just have to try to empower people to take on the rest of the year, because already I'm sad. We can't believe December finished already and I want to do over. So, yeah, that's where we are right now. Thank you so much, guys, for coming live with Dara. See you next week, all right? Take care.